Okay, how are you all? Okay, are you happy now? All right, so today let's continue our topic last week. So last week I have given you a story, yeah? What is the title? All right. Before we go on our material, so our uh, learning intention or our goals for our meeting today is to so that you will be able, yeah, to understand the concept of read response strategy, which consists of verbal response and visual response, and also apply it, yeah, apply or use the concept of uh, verbal and visual response. So you will write a personal response, and also you will create a visual response. All right. Now let's talk about our story about Sambasat Sambasit. Uh, who is the author of the story? Do you know it? The name is Muslim Tui. Yeah. So he is also one of our former lecturer. Yeah, in our study program. Now, do you like the story? Rizky, why do you like the story?
I like the story because it has this long-lost relationships that reunite in the end story. Also, the moral value about family, that no matter how far or how long we didn't see each other, our bonds still connected.
Okay, how about you, Raden?
Yeah, I the family that's having a good chemistry in the family.
Is there anyone who doesn't like it? Oh, that's okay if you think that you don't really like the story. Raise your hand. Okay, no one. How about the main conflict of this story? What is it? Who eat the head part? Is it Sambasat or Sambasit? Sambasat. Okay. Is there any other conflicts did you find? What is it? Arya? Okay, that's good. All right. How about another conflict?
I think it's about self-conflict about the current or the current previous king, whether he has to decide between letting go their children or his new wife. And I think this is very true. I think if we take a look again, because he is the king, but yet he cannot think rationally.
Okay, okay. Now, I have another questions about the character. So, what can you say to words for describing Sambasat? Two words, dua kata, mindful and persistent. Why? Why? What is the reason?
Mindful because he doesn't think about himself, but he also thinks about his little brother's being. That is proven when he offered the head part to his brother, since he will give him the authority to become the next king in the future. And yet his brother selflessly took the lower part. Also, why I say he is persistent, because in the story it is mentioned that he understood very well about the king from the Antah Prantah kingdom assignment about before before he wins the competition to win his doctor up. And it is about persistence in doing in what we should doing with when we doesn't have any busy or schedule activity, and spend it with farewell.
Yeah, I think it is also one of indicators for us all to be successful in life. Yeah. How about the one word for sambasit? Dandy, do you want to try? Yeah, I think sambasit is also a patient. He is patient enough, yeah, to wait for the time to meet again his brother, yeah, and you are right. Hard work also part of his character. All right. Now I have given you the link, Myro, yeah, and I give you questions, 3 questions, and let us see. So this question actually, uh, the purpose of this question is to map your background, and I believe that you all have different backgrounds, yeah. You especially you are in Indonesia, which have, Indonesia has different or various culture, various language, and I believe those potentials influence the way you think. All right. Now let's take a look at this. When I ask you question like this, what languages are spoken in your home and how do they influence the way you think or communicate? Your bahasa, ya, bahasa Indonesia. Jadi bahasa yang dipakai oleh kalian itu ada bahasa Indonesia, Jawa, banyak ya, Bangka, Jawa, Pagaralam, bahasa Melayu. Who speak bahasa Melayu? Huh? Melayu here. Melayu. Who? Oh, Danny. Melayu, it's like Malaysian. Where are you from? Riau, I see, yeah. Now I have questions. How do they influence the way you think to communicate? Ya, bagaimana bahasa itu mempengaruhi kalian berpikir? Is there any influence on that? Yes. Could you explain that? How about you, Rizky?
I would like to talk a little bit about
So meaning that you just say what you want, ya? Iya, tidak ada basa-basi, langsung saja ya. Do you think that so it becomes your ways of communicating in your daily life?
yes, and when I step in my
Another question: what are some hobbies, sports, or activities you're passionate about? And your answers are various, like comics. You will sing and listen, and you will what is it? Reading, yeah. Randomly singing, and sometimes I like to read light reading on the internet, and playing musical instrument, jogging, and sport, basketball, and many more. Now, could you explain how do you think those experiences might relate to this subject? Those experiences. All right, yeah. So we can see the connection between what Arya likes with maybe the text or the narrative text that we are going to read today, yeah, about mythology. And then next we have another question. It is to do with do you have favorite books, movies, games, or shows that explore similar themes to what we are covering? Why should I talk about this background? Yeah, I would like to connect, yeah, what we are going to study with the potentials that you have, the value, the belief, the background you have, so that the learning will be more facilitated in this way, because each person has different perspective on a certain topic. Yeah. Okay. Now I want you to work in groups, and I believe that you have read that text before, but today we will review again, and you will check the worksheet through Google Slides. Tuh lihat di Google Slides itu ya. Okay, let's just focus on the questions, multiple choice questions. Here is, okay, now let us see. According to the text, what is the main assumption of reader response theory? And you said C. All right. Which answer did you pick? C, all of you. But why? I want to know why. I want to know why. Who can answer that? How about your group? Why is it C?
Okay, ma'am. So our group answer is C. By the question is, according to the text, what is the main assumption of reader response theory? So we choose C. Meaning is constructed through an interaction between the reader and the text. So reader response theory means that the reader give the response from what they have read, what they have seen.
All right. Thank you, Dandi. Yes, the answer is C, of course. Yeah, meaning is constructed through an interaction between the reader and the text. It means that there is, what do we call that? Interaction means conversation? Yeah. Next, now we have, how does the text suggest that literature discussion can benefit students? And the answer is B. You all are all right. Yeah. So they provide a platform for students to share their opinions and interpretations. Now the last question, what is the role of the reader in reader response approach to literary analysis? The point is, satu aja ambil tarik satu benang merah, apa itu? Active. We are the ones who are active in creating meaning. Kita yang aktif menciptakan makna. Now let's go on with the presentation from Mia. I think reader response has been discussed before, but now let's go to simbol visual atau visual response. Jadi kalau visual response itu ternyata memberi peluang lebih banyak kepada siswa ya untuk to read the literature ya. Because you know what, sometimes there are students who cannot write or speak a lot, but when she or he is given time to draw, they can do it very easy. Yeah, so I think it is a medium for those students, yeah, to talk more through their images. Ya, ini dilihat dengan memberikan kebebasan pada siswa mengeksplorasi makna dengan simbol-simbol visual. Ya, siswa dengan keunikannya merespon karya sastra dengan bantuan gambar, didorong untuk menceritakan kembali gambar yang dibuatnya ke dalam kata-kata. So this is what I said, memfasilitasi ya. So they draw, but after that they could say about the images, right? And there are 7 reader response strategies according to Beach and Marshall ya. Ada 7. Pertama bisa kalian lihat di sana. What is this? Engaging. And the indicators, pembaca selalu berusaha mengikut sertakan perasaannya. Your feeling. Ya, engaging, your feeling. Pembaca meleburkan diri ke dalam teks, membayangkan apa yang terjadi dan merasakan what the character feels. So you could describe your feeling in this step. And then next, merinci atau describing. Pembaca merinci atau menjelaskan kembali informasi yang tertera di dalam teks. And then conceiving, pembaca mulai memahami tokoh, latar cerita, dan bahasa yang digunakan dalam sebuah cerita dan memaknainya. And then number 4, explaining. Pembaca, so the readers, try to explain why a certain character did a certain action. Why? What is the reason? What is the motive? Right? And then connecting. The readers try to connect their experiences with what happened to the characters. Connection. And then interpreting. The readers use the reaction, conception, and connection to articulate the theme, ya, menginterpretasikan, ya, theme itu pesan misalnya seperti itu, ya, apa yang kita interpretasikan. Kemudian terakhir menilai atau judging. You could say your opinion about the text, about the plot or the story. Your opinion, whether you like it or not, whether the plot is not good, do you think that the story is not like this? So you have another, you think, maybe you could say that I have a suggestion for the author. For example, saya mau kasih saran sih ke pengarangnya seperti ini saja. Boleh nggak? Boleh ya. It's like you give judging. Okay. Kemudian ada respon visual. So later on, you will write your response, using these 7 strategies. Some choices for making visual response, they are divided into graph, illustration, and video or performance or art. And also in the end of our semester, you will do the performance. All right? Yeah. So this is our project later on. So here are some of the examples: sociogram, story map. Yeah, it's like mind map, and then diagram or calligraphy. Do you know calligraphy? Yeah. All right. Sorry? Writing with styles. Yes. Illustration, you could have poster, yeah, and photo or collage. For film or video, you could write script or animation or film or special effect. And performance art, we could have tableau, dance, music, or pantomime. Yeah. So I'll give you some examples of this visual response. My students have created a visual response. Yeah. So for example, so here is the example of sociogram. So sociogram describes the connection between characters. What is the connection? For example, in the story of the Nightingale, what do we call? What is the title? The Rose and the Nightingale. Yeah. So we could see how the student relationship between the student with Nightingale, and also how is Nightingale perceive about the professor's daughter, and also the connection between the professor's daughter and the student. With this, what do we call this? Panah, ya. Arah panah ini menunjukkan connection. Also, you give the, what do we call this, description, a short description about the connection. And of course, when you choose this, you choose this picture and this picture, there is a reason behind it. Why do you choose this picture? Look at that. Look at the boys. Dia lagi apa? Lagi ngapain ini? Melamun ya, sad. Memang ceritanya sad ya. Si student ini sadness, shows sadness. Karena apa? Karena cinta tak diterima. Ya kan? Nah, because professor's daughter doesn't like him, she throw away the red rose. Okay, so this is sociogram. Now, another example, it's animation. Yeah. What do you call this? That is a response too, right? Yeah, about the Nightingale and Rose. Okay, look at this. I don't know, mahasiswa saya pakai apa ini ya dulu. Mungkin ada digital platform ya to create this. Lihat yang dipilih-pilihnya gambar. Ini rangkaian gambar. Okay, and it really represents the story. Okay. Ada juga yang membuat animasi. Coba kita lihat di YouTube saya ya.
Tanjung Iran Kingdom, there was a very beautiful princess who looks like an angel. When she smiled, everyone would go crazy over her and no one can take their eyes off. She was loved by everyone and her name is Dayang Rindu.
So Dayang Rindu is a local story too, but she can brings this, his response, students' digital response by using this animation. Okay, do you have any questions so far? Oh yes, sociogram. They want sociogram? How about you? This is sociogram, tableau. Images or tableau again? Group 1 and 2, you only choose one from the 7. But connecting, maybe? You want connecting? Coba yang connecting ya. Connecting. You try to connect the story with your own personal experience. And you describing. Yeah. Which one do you want to choose? 7. All right, describing. Sudah selesai? Boleh balik ke tempat duduknya. Now please post your work to our group. Yes, group 1.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, now I will describe the story about the Sambesat and the Sambesit. The first one is about the character. The first one is Sambesat. He is the wise older brother who becomes a prosperous or generous king, and the Sambasit, the loyal and younger brother who searches tirelessly for sibling after they are separated each other. For the setting takes place across various landscape, including a royal place, forest, and sea, highlighting the brothers' journey and the separation between each others. For the plot, after being banished from their kingdom by their father itself, Sambasat and Sambasit face numerous challenges. The brothers are eventually separated by an extraordinary event. Sambasat's rise to become a wise king, and for the Sambasits continued his search for his brother Sambasat.
So our group tries to connect the story into our aspects of life, especially religion. We took religion. Since most of us are Muslims, so I take Islam to relate it. In Islam, it is emphasized that we should be good to each other, to our brother and sister, to our parents, and the parents also take care of their children. Meanwhile, in Sambasit, the parents actually throw away their children. And it is shown how bad it is. And it reminds us the importance of taking care of family.
Right? That's a good connecting from group 2. Now let's invite group 3 for presenting their visual response.
So this is the scene that when the king banishes two of his children from his kingdom because he chose his wife over his children.
Yeah, it represents a very bad father, yeah, to to kick away the two brothers, yeah. I think he's not a lovely father. He only loves the wife.
So, alright, so I like to explain first from the father and the queen. So we know that the origins mother of the twins already descends. So the father remarried again, and they love each other. And while they love each other, the relations between the queens and his children isn't what it's supposed to be. So the queen resents and hates his children, making the kings to decide whether to choose between to leave the queen or to leave his children. And this is where the kings cannot decide between to keep whether it's queen or his children. Yes. Can I explain about the image now? Yes. Alright, so let's start with the queen first. Ada yang mau coba menebak siapa nama queen ini? Dia istri keberapa dari King Henry ke-7? Kedua. Yeah, you can Google that. Okay, so in this dalam sejarahnya Elizabeth Bathory ini ditinggalkan karena dia bersifat manipulatif, which is shown in the story where he try to manipulate or gaslight his husband.
You show that there is a similar character between this queen and the queen in the story. Thank you. And the last group.
I would like to explain. This is the tableau scene from our group 5. We choose the scene when the Sambasat did dawn prayer. Meanwhile, the other contestants in the sleeping competition, they were sleeping. But the competition name is sleeping competition. But there is the behind messages from it that the king is looking for the man who can use the time appropriately. So the king look for the man who knows when is the right time for do the work, and then the time for sleeping, and then the time for praying.
How about this? Wait, what is it? What is it, Nandi? What is it?
It's the head of bird. When after catching the bird, and then Sambasat and Sambasit
But I think that really represents the condition of Sambesat. You know, at that time, the Sambesat doesn't have choice, right? Because the body part has been eaten by the Sambesit. Ya kan? Dimakan duluan oleh Sambesit kan? Tapi yang sisa adalah kepala. Jadi dia makan aja, nih cocok banget mukanya ya. Ya, seperti ya udahlah makan apa yang ada. It is what is in his thought. Okay, thank you, Dandy. Now let's go to our end of our meeting today. Anyone before we close our meeting?
Okay, ma'am. So what I learned from today's class is that we can appreciate literary works using several medias such as images, tableau, and then verbal appreciation. And also, we read about reader response strategy, and we take notes, answer questions about it, and yeah, I think that's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Alright, so the most interesting thing I have learned so far in this class is I know about the reader response strategies, about the function, and about the visual and verbal strategies like the tableaux, sociogram, description, connecting, and others.
So I think this is the end of our session today. And you know what? I have assignment for you, but I will give you the assignment through our WhatsApp group. So check it out. What is the assignment? Yeah, the assignment is you will write your personal response individually, because today, just now, you have write your group response, and this time you have to do it individually, and including making your own visual response. And also reflection. You need to give me a reflection on what you have learned today. Okay, thank you very much. We'll meet again next week, and bye-bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.